Let's see if this works, Chewy.
Twisted coke, hit some balloons, go up in smoke. Take a deep breath, try not to choke. Intoxication, kiss of poison. Get you real gone, grab you on the low. Play it on loud, will the witch fly home? Spit hot fire on the microphone. The dope so good, they minds all blown. Magic of the Chaldees, the man who laughs in the purple trees. Life arrow, got the sticky icky, make you sneeze. Twilight zone, haze the jelly beans. I run with a Georgia queen. MK Ultra Project Monarch, drug the population. Like, who on did you think they were experimenting now? Sugar Skull, wizard walks by. Fire King cast a spell. Hot purple for the eyes. Beetlejuice, Arthur Clown. Bozo Pennywise. Hail Satan, Gypsy Queen of the Comprachicos. Knows what I mean. Burning purple licks. Sing with the muses. Orpheus.
Welcome back to Lady Babylon. This is a special 0.5 Mbps edition. We are going to try to bring you tonight the most fissile material that we've got. Tonight, we are opening the apocalypse. Tonight, I'm going to take you. You know what? I've got to get my whip right off the bat. All right, because tonight the instruction is going to be thick. You're going to see things that have not been seen before. And so I need you to be focused. I need us to go in there. We're going to hit this place. Where are we going? Where are we going, Amen? By the way, it's good to see you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to jump on the horse right away like that, but as long as the Falcon can take off, I'm going to try to do this. Minimize me, Chewy. Fantastic. Hopefully with this, we can limit our exposure. Hail Satan. What have I got for you tonight? Bring up the very first bit. What have I got for you tonight? I've got for you a voice from antiquity. And this voice is telling you to pick up the guitar. Pick up the guitar. Why is it? Because in the fulfillment of this prophecy tonight, I am going to show you, as this says, those who possess the guitars of God. Those who possess the guitars of God. The guitarra. Do you understand me? Guitarra, guitar. Those who possess these instruments, and those instruments belong to the God of music. You thought in your lifetime, if you were like me, you thought an instrument was just an organon. That's a Greek word, right? It's just a device. It's just a device. No, you are a device. You are a device. Isn't that gorgeous? I want to take you back to the place where we bring the apocalypse with the guitars of God. Now you're going to ask me, where did you get that tidbit that you just flashed up into my greenery there, tickly? And I'm going to tell you it's from the Bible. It's from the Bible. So if you haven't studied, minimize me. Chewy, we've got to run this way. I don't want to be bigger than that postage stamp. Hail Satan. Right? Fantastic. Now, where do we have to go first? People have been asking me, what about Greek? What about her ancient Greek? What about ancient Greek makes her so special? Makes her so special. And I want to address tonight specifically the priests of Apollo and all of the worshipers of music. I want to show you exactly what the voice of those who came before you, what that is telling you right now at this point in history. I am bringing you the text. None of this is my opinion. I will not give you any of my ideas. I do not want to sell you anything. I do not want anything from you. This is portal opening. What I am doing is I am bringing you back the voices of those dead guitarists, the people who created everything for us. You thought your science was the creation of nerds, didn't you? Nerd scientists in lab coats. No, it was musicians. The basis of the quantum universe is not mathematics. It's not. No, it's music. It's music. Are you ready? Are you ready? We've got to shift our operating system. This is what I tell my students. I said, you're coming to this Greek from an inferior operating system. It is going to do things that you cannot do. So you're going to have to get ready. It's going to make you uncomfortable. But I'm going to use this lubricant. What's the lubricant that helps us to slide in ever so more comfortably? It's Mother Greek, baby. It's that language. Oh, God, people talk about it. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know how bad. You know, I'm always putting down bog-trotting English tonight. I'm going to show you where I get that. You know where I get that from? From people who study ancient Greek. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, God, give me that first. Chewy, give me this. Look, make love to Mother Greek tonight. I mean, tonight, people, I want you to, in order for us to get to the guitars of the apocalypse, because that's what I'm showing you tonight. This show should have been titled Guitars of the Apocalypse. Guitars of the Apocalypse. Let's open it up with Lucretius. With Lucretius. Do you know what Lucretius tells us about besides the well of Ammon? Do you know what he tells us about? He tells us, look, we cannot rise to the Greek with all the varied meanings of its vocabulary. He says the Latin just doesn't do this. It has a poverty. Egestatum linguae, right? Listen to the Roman. Egestatum linguae. When he's looking at Mother Greek, looking at him, sexy Mother Ancient Greek, looking at him right in the eyes, what does he do? Right? He gets all trembly. Talks about how he's full of emptiness, poverty. The poverty of the Latin language can't stand up to Mother Greek. Do you realize what we're doing? I want you to think for a minute. Babylon. I'm about to show you an artist diagnosing a system and weaving in the music. I'm about to show it to you. Oh, God. Oh, it's so sexy and brainy. Such an attraction, right? Oh, to that sexy, brainy lady Athana. Isn't it gorgeous? That immortal one. Right? Do you understand? Your physics, right? It's music. It's music. Fantastic. Okay? For dummies like me. Give me the next one. I just want to give you, oh, I forgot we have a little bit of, okay, I've just got to slow down a little bit. I just got to slow down. And tonight we're going to be looking at here's another spot. I just couldn't help this. I wanted you to see Lucretius talking more. Who is Lucretius, by the way? He's writing about natural science, and he's really a philosopher, naturalist, right? And he's trying to get us all down to the levels of the base. How can we figure out this universe and all its components? Well, he says, look, we have to use these tough Greek words, right? And he knows that the Latin just doesn't, it's not able to stand up, right? There is something peculiar and special. And Lucretius, Lucretius is as Roman as they get, bro, right? Genius. Just think genius Roman. He loved by the way, I know people say that there's no such thing as recreational drugs, right, in the ancient world. But his particular recreational drug was the absinthe, the wormwood. And he very famously took himself to a place of bacchic mania, let's just say, through his indulgence. So that was it's part of the inspiration. So people are always surprised. You mean these thoughts can come from people who are under the influence of serious drugs? Yeah, look at her. She looks pretty innocent, doesn't she? Yeah, she's about to put something somewhere inside of you, and it's going to do things to you. Right? Hey, people, welcome to the ancient cult medicine, right? Don't you want salvation? You didn't know salvation was a medical term, did you? Watch this, people. Shall we just flex Lady Greek's gorgeous glutes? She has gorgeous glutes, you know what I mean? Greek has an extraordinary number. Oh, God. I'm already turned on, you know what I mean? Of sentence adverbs or particles in the narrow sense. Thank you, Melvin. People, what are we talking about? This is a dude, a classical philologist, who's painting this portrait of gorgeous Greek, and he's talking about particles, something that you don't have in your language because you use modals, right? And it's very clumsy, kind of, second, third grade-ish kind of way of dealing with what the Greek is able to deal with at an adult and mature level through their particles, right? Through their particles. Watch this, people. Either alone or in combination, these sentence adverbs give a distinctness to the relations between ideas, which is foreign to English, well, of course, which is foreign to other languages and often resist translation by separate words, which in English are frequently over-emphatic and cumbersome in comparison to the light and delicate nature of the Greek originals. Leave that up there, Chewy. You remember how I told you, this is from a Greek grammar by Smythe, right? Remember how I told you about the different styles, different ways of looking at the Greek, different ways of analyzing it, right? We can do it historically, we can do it structurally, we can do it according to the genre and all of the things that you'd expect for the genre, right? But at a very basic level, it uses something. Its operating system uses something that yours does not. I don't care if you're speaking German, or French, or Italian, or English, or modern Greek, or Russian. Yeah, I don't care. Your level of sophistication is poopy. Yeah. This operating system significantly, this is the one that you're supposed to download. It's the upgrade. You know what I mean? Give me not the next one. No. Oh, don't. We need to go back. Oh, darn it. Look at that. We got excellent time. Therefore, the force of such words, these particles, is frequently best rendered by pause, right? Pause, stress, or alterations of pitch, to catch the subtle and elusive meaning of these often apparently insignificant, right? They look like they're insignificant, the tiny little things they throw in there every once in a while, elements of speech, right? It challenges the utmost vigilance and skill of the student. It's not me, people, making this up. I gave you an example of a Roman telling you, look, there is a sophistication to the Greek, and that Roman is talking mostly about vocabulary. And when I told you, according to the TLG, there are 1.5 or 6 million unique Greek word forms, ancient Greek word forms. I was hoping that you would see the flexibility in that is inherent in their operating system. It's almost like the language is building you. Isn't that nice? Something about programming and quantum gooey yumminess will sneak in there somehow. Give us the next one, Chewy. I want people to see again. People, what am I trying to draw for you? A portrait of gorgeous, gorgeous Mother Greek. And then I'm going to apocalypse everyone. So hang on. It's going to get a little bit crazy. It's up and coming. Let's hit that last source. Yeah, go. Hit me with it. Oh, God. Watch this, people. He's talking in another section just about the glory of Mother Greek. I just want to give you, look at this little excerpt. It is natural to Greek by reason of the mobility and elasticity of that language. But in English, it could not be tolerated to an equal extent because our tongue, a speech of few inflected forms, he says contemptuously, is much more rigid than Greek. I thought one language was another. No, it turns out, directly from the lips of those who study languages through history, that Mother Greek is far, far, far superior. And from her came to us all of the beauty. All of the beauty. Fantastic. I love it. Okay, let's jump in out of the apocalypse. Where's that great word of doom? Bring that one first. Well, here, no, leave it. Chewy, it's so hard to fly in this, isn't it? But that's okay. You're doing a great job. Everybody, satanic initiation, shout out for Chewy. Shout out for Chewy. Yeah. And there we go. I wanted you to see. Oh, okay. Look, all right. 30 seconds, please. Let me tell you about anakaluthan, right? Anakaluthan is either natural or artificial. What are we talking about? We're talking about ways that languages work. And in this case, it's not languages. It's just one. It's Greek. What is anakaluthan? If you look at that, you'll notice it's actually an ancient Greek term. Do you understand me? All the knowledge of a person who is a classical philologist, all their knowledge is coming from Greeks who were grammarians, who studied Greek. Greek itself is the first studied language. One of my students asked me about, what about Egyptian? What about Egyptian with its 9 million total words or whatever it is? I said, hey, seriously, how big do you think the Egyptian section at the museum in Alexandria was? I can tell you, it rhymes with flick. You know what I mean? Have you read anything Egyptian? No, I'm serious. You have people come to you on YouTube all the time and they throw Egyptian stuff in your face. And it's just a big bazaar of BS. Do you want to know how Egyptian was? Read a couple of documents. I've got two for you. The Ebers Papyrus, right? It's a medical papyrus. Read that. What else? Read the Book of the Dead. And when you're 15 minutes into the Book of the Dead, and you will realize exactly what I am telling you. Exactly what I'm telling you. When you have a language that is inferior and inflexible, that it cannot reach the level of the technical vocabulary that you can, that language is doomed to death. It's doomed to death. We saw it 1,000 times in antiquity with all those little crap languages like Oscan and Umbrian. Those things just fell. Those guys fell prey to the Latin. Want to know why they did? Because the Greeks came over, colonized, and said, hey, morons, get yourself an alphabet. And it was a woman who said that. Her name is Song. She plays the guitar. Okay? There's two types of speech in the world. There's the type that is the Tower of Babel, and that is ancient Greek. And there is everything else. There is an elevated language out there that I've spent my life studying, that many, many people before me have studied to preserve and to understand. And the best of these people will tell you the same thing. It is humbling to sit at the feet of Mother Creek. It is humbling. Your science is not coming from nerds. It's coming from musicians. Musicians who are cracking open the universe and bringing through this hole the reality that is the antimatter to our image. Oh, God, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It makes me want to spank something or someone somewhere in the universe. I don't feel it yet. I don't feel it. Flash that thing in their face. Oh, God, look at that. Don't look away. Don't look away. Now, to the morons that put dashes here, right, between the syllables of this linear B, right? I don't like the way this database did this thing. And I could say that because I listened to Emmett Bennett, and there's things that I don't think he would like that. Hey, Emmett, we love you, buddy. Look at this stuff. What is this? Is this linear B? What is it? It's the guitar, man. It's the guitar that's entering linear B. So we have very, very, very early instructions to pick up our guitars. And that's what this says. Do you understand? The apocalypse will come at the voice of a guitar. Didn't you see the guitars of God in the apocalypse? Nobody reads the Bible anymore. Chewy, what the hell is wrong with this? Nobody reads the Bible anymore. Everybody should be reading the Bible, especially right now. Especially right now. Let's go there. We need to transform this thing, don't we? We need to transform this thing. I want to introduce you to a couple of terms in order for us to get into the door tonight. I need you to squeeze through this Greek. I need you to squeeze through this. Just take down the initiating apocalypse. Right? Here we go. Let's get in. Let's slide into it. And yes, thongos. Finally, thongos. Can you feel that? What a word, man. Just look at it. Look at it up in the upper left-hand corner. That word turns me on, right? Just by looking at it, doesn't it you? I mean, look at the first two letters, right? Look at them together, right? And then you know that something's happening, but then you get the ungos. You get that double gamma. Oh, my God. Oh, anyway, it means, sorry, let's get back to the meaning. It's a distinct sound. And it's the sound of what? Well, the sound of people, the sound of sirens, the sound of birds, the sound in the Greek that you can't see it. I'm reading it to you. The sound of birds and the sound of the sea, the sound of dogs, the sound of sheep, right? It is the speech of the individual. It is the music, right? Now look at the very bottom. It is the notes, right? It is the strings of the lyre. The strings of the lyre are what begin for us pre-Socratic philosophy. Everybody knows that those strings, next one, that those strings are what? That those strings are what? They are the excess of the bow. The bow only requires one string. But in order to hear the music of the cosmos, you've got to have the neuron extra. These are receptors. These are tense. What is that bowstring? Well, I'm sorry, for those of you who are new, we're talking about groups of people around the Black Sea. We're talking about Scythian tribes, and we're talking about their use of drugs and Christing during mysteries that are meant to induce death and then a form of rebirth, a resurrection, all drug induced, all ritual led, right? And this group of people, they find something very enigmatic and important and worthy of their attention. And that's the tension of the bow, right? The tension of the bow, because it's the plucking of that bow that gives us the music of the universe, right? That this is why Apollo is, as a god of healing, as a god of music, is also the god of death. He is the bringer of the sting, that which you call the plague. I'm going to bring it to you and show it to you now. Are you ready? This is a complete unfolding. It's apocalyptic. Give it to me, Chewy. I want to do this right. Here's your neuron. Here's your neuron. What is it? Well, it's a tendon. It's a tendon, right? A nerve or a sinew, some kind of cord, the strings of the lyre, the fibers of plants. Look at number 4, people. Nerves as organs of sensation. Nerves as instruments of sensation. Do you know how you come to climax? You come to climax through the tension that is in the neuron. Your climax, your death, yeah, it's the product of the bow. So it turns out, if you want to get all nerdly and quantum, it's the tension in that string that brings the harmony of the universe. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, is this how they figured out how to open up those portals? Shut up, Timmy. Shut up. Oh, you're so rude. It's not that he's wrong. It's just that he wants to jump up there and always inject, right? It's definitely the portal opening. And as somebody who was officially accused of opening portals, I can tell you for a fact, the physics is gorgeous. It's all there. Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And thank you, Bishop Quinn, for deciding that I was indeed not one who was opening portals. And what was the other charge? Oh, possessed, right? It was possessed. It was demon possession. Whew, that was a close one, right? Right? So, look, people, let's just jump into the text. Look, I want to look. You grab your guitar, people. Here's a little bit. Here's a little song and dance that I just want you. I just want you to know that even the Greeks were so in love with the wisdom that the music was able to bring, the understanding that it was able to bring, that they give us things like this. This is just a description. Who's this, a Chrysius or somebody? It's a description. It's what you call an ekphrasis. It's a description of a statue of Orpheus. And in it, it's describing his guitar. And he says it's equal in strings to the number of the muses. Okay, now, number of the muses shifts over time, right? Originally, it's like 2. And then somebody gets the 3rd, and then all of a sudden it's higher numbers. And by the time we get to classical Greece, it's 9. It's gotten all the way to 9. So what does he do with his strings? He's matching his strings to the muses. Do you understand? Portal opening instructions number 1. All you guitarists, you should be writing this down, because these are the dudes and dudettes that pioneered that thing that's sitting in your hands. Isn't that cool? Give me the list. Give me here before we do that. Go, give me the list. Give me the list. Look at this, people. Do you see all of this? You see it before I do, because I'm a little bit delayed. And I don't mean like functionally, right? It's important in my new black shirt. It's important for you to understand this. Look at these words. Look at these words. Do you know these are all using the root for guitar? How many ways do you have of saying guitar in English? Guitar, guitar, guitar. Do we have any other words? Guitar? No, we don't. Do you know why? Because we're dumb. And we don't even realize how dumb we are. And we trod in this bog, and it drags us down in English. And that's what that grammarian was trying to tell you. He was a classicist, and he was trying to tell you, hey, psst, anybody home? Right? Your operating system bloweth. Okay? That was from Thomas Jefferson. That's what he said. I'm quoting him directly. No, people, I'm not quoting him directly. I saw that in a vision. I can't do that, right? Shame on me. Shut up, Tom. Give it to me. Come on, we can't. Look at the list. Look at the list. No, but they didn't get to see the list. Look at how many people. These are all with the Kithera in them. These are all Greek words. Do you want to know why Mother Greek is so sexy and so superior to the garbage that you speak? Parlez-vous garbage, baby? Yeah, you do. We all do. So is this English crap. But here's some nice Greek, right? Ancient Greek, not modern. You people, don't get out of line. Oh, I can read Greek. I speak modern Greek. No, you can't. You just think you can, buddy. You just think you can. You know, that's okay. Keep walking in that direction. Just don't step in an arena with me, right? Which, by the way, everybody, the fight is on. I'm wearing. Oh, God, it's glorious tonight, people. The fight is on. What am I talking about? I'm talking about January, Bob Larson, right, versus Almond. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Now, what I promise you is a quantum soul scything, right? What is that? What am I talking about? Think about the scythe, right? The instrument, right, that you're going to be reaping with, and picture the soul. It will be my privilege and my honor to show for you the reaping of the human soul. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for any of your interest. Tell your friends. And who is the Grand Inquisitor? The Grand Inquisitor will be Danny Jones, right? Of course, he will be refereeing from a completely nonpartisan sort of corner, right? Because he knows, right? He's a friggin' journalist in disguise, dude. Watch him, all right? Nobody freaking gets that, but okay. I'm just keep telling people, right? I keep telling them, why journalism? Watch, people, all this history that we're doing, right? It's journalism. When they're discussing that on a show, and they're discussing things like will you bring the whip? Of course I'll bring the whip. Look what you did. Look what you just did. Anna Kaluthan. Inconsistency. We just injected it into the system. Yeah, I'll bring the whip. Am I going to bring the whip? Oh, can you travel with whips? I don't know. Maybe let's see. I can just I'll just walk up with it. Go. Give me the next one. Did you see all those guitar words, people? It's okay, Chewy, but did you see all those guitar words? Right? Look at this, people. Look at all this. There's several verbs in here, right? Wait, what? Look how expansive it is. Adjectives, nouns. Oh, God, it's gorgeous. Everything. All the gambit. Why? Because these people used their guitar to bring you the Tower of Babel, the one language that bridged everything. It took everybody and boosted them up. And it's from this that you get the Eleusinian mysteries. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are corruptions of those mysteries. Let me say that again. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are corruptions of the Greek mysteries. Okay. Corruptions. And why do you say corruptions? Why do you say corruptions? Because they're doing things. They're altering. They're making alterations. Right? This is not part of it. Do you know what you have to do to that person so that they can't be demon possessed? I was accused of being demon possessed. Do you know if I had been living 1800 years ago, do you know what would happen to me? 1700, 1600, even, shoot, all of the time that Christianity has been in control of the West. Do you know what would happen to me? I would be purged. I would be purged. Yeah. Now, if I had been caught when I was a kid by one of these monks who could spy the demon, they could have violated me physically. And that physical violation, which you and I call sodomy, that physical violation will drive the demons away, right? And how do we know that? Because the pagans themselves insist that an oracle never be defiled. That's why we have perfect virgin oracles. It's why it makes such a big deal when they are defiled. Do you understand? So the monists of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam know it, and they say we have documents where they talk about, hey, did you know if you sodomize that kid, he won't become pagan. Wait, what? Excuse me? It says on page 876 of the Talmud, 9-year-old boys, girls with 2 pubic hairs, and babies 2 is okay, because as all of us traffickers know, that hymen will grow back. That is directly from a written source from antiquity. It's the Talmud. Okay, the world is not what you thought. The world is not a fairy tale. Okay, tonight I'm going to show you. Give me the next one. Give me the next one, Chewy. Let's give it to him. Give him the dosage. Full dose. This is full Antichrist, people. Right? How do I have to do that? How do I have to immunize you? I have to immunize you by giving you the Bible, right? How do you become immune? How to become immune? You see the reality from their own words. You march into the church, you kick down the door, and you take those texts back. Historically, I'm talking about, right? Historically, you walk up, kick down any doors that's in your way, and you take back that Bible, and you say, look, you please explain to me what Jesus Christ was doing, being arrested in a public park with a naked boy screaming, I am not a child sex trafficker. Any ideas? Any ideas why Jesus would do that? You know how we're going to harness the apocalypse right now by opening a portal, right? Oh God, Chewy, Chewy, I must commend you on your penchant for historical accuracy. Is outstanding. I must admit, though, that it is very, very difficult to understand and see the reality, the perception. Did I not? Oh, by the way, people, the word for voice that I showed you, thongos, before, the word that I showed you before, it's also the word for penis. Why? Because that neuron, that tension, is the stretch of reality that brings us to the climax, the climax. It brings us to that place. Do you understand what those people were thinking anthropologically through their own words? Okay, gorgeous. Give me the next one. It's you just can't get away from it. It just keeps coming in, the beauty. The beauty. Oh, here it comes. I can feel it. It's not on our side yet, people, so I'll just stand here. Here we go. How do we harness? How do we open? What's the key? Okay. I'm going to say this as directly as I possibly can. The key to the apocalypse, that is to the door of the apocalypse, the key is in this verse from the apocalypse. I'm just quoting the Bible. And what does this say? Oh, God. What is that saying? I heard, right? I heard this thing. What was it? It sounded like the guitar players playing their guitars. Okay? It sounded like the guitar players playing the guitars. These are the guitars of God. Do you understand? They're the guitars of God. You didn't even know that, did you, Christians? No, you didn't know that. You didn't know half of the coolness that is in your own text, right? You look at it and you stand. Oh, don't worry, though. We're about to get freaky, baby, with some drugs and some sexy sex. And I'm talking history. I'm talking sex and history, right? Fantastic. And nobody studies this stuff because why? I don't know. People are weird, dude. Give me the next one. Oh, here it is. Revelation 14:1. Let's just take a walk. Are you ready? And I looked, and behold, right? What did I see? I saw the Arnion positioned there on the Mount of Sion. What is an Arnion? The little kiddies of today will tell you, oh, here they are. Speak up, kiddies. Tell me, what is the Arnion? And they will say, Lord, it is the Lamb of God. And you will be completely deceived. The Arnion that I am introducing you to is the fleece. And upon this fleece is written a song. And if you did not know that, you are not one of the 144,000. Those who have been taken to death and resurrected. Those are the ones who bear the mark. They will know the song. They will know the song. Do you mean the apocalypse is about a song? And we're standing and looking at the keyhole of this door. And it's a song. Gimme. Did we finish that? Oh, God. Yes. Oh, people, do you know what we did add here? These people who are worshiping this Arnion with the song written on it. I'll give you one guess as to what language it's in. These 144,000, they have the name. They have the name of Jesus and the Father written on their foreheads. Are you ready? Are you ready for these people? Now, isn't this gorgeous? Why are they doing this? Writing their names on the forehead. Does that say? Well, it sure does. It says on their foreheads. Why would you do that? When would you ever, in whatever context would you have to write a name on your head? Right? Well, it varies from place to place in antiquity and culture to culture. There's no general rule. But you see a lot. You see a lot of tattooing in cult. You see a lot of tattooing in slavery. In slavery. You remember who the first Christians are? Slaves. Because that's the cult, baby. Do you understand? Do you understand? What do they have written on their foreheads? They have written the onoma, the name. And every Christian in the world with his unsatisfied wife can sit there and say, why? Why, really? Why don't you work? Because there's no essence, brah. You got no mojo. The mojo is here in the text. Look at what they're doing. Do you want to see some freaks? Do you want to see some freaks? Let's look at these Christian freaks. Let's look at the monists. Let's look at what they've done to the mystery, and let's open it up. Let's open it up and make it happen. Oh, God. Isn't that wonderful? These people are freaks, man. That's fruity stuff, man. Give me the next one. Here it is, Revelation 14:2, and I heard a voice. Do you understand where we are? Do you remember the drugs that I showed you? Do you remember that the beast and the cup of Lady Babylon together are the theriac and the death inducer of the cult? Do you remember the dark harbor that we went to? Do you remember the communion of her blood? Do you friggin' remember the echidna? Okay. That's where this is coming from. She's the one. She's the one with the communion. She is the Savior. And the music is bringing her to light. We are unveiling what is hidden. This is apocalypse. Give it to me. Give it to me. Those 7 heads. Where'd those seven sons of you know what go? Oh God, I've got to maintain it tonight, right? Because we're in with the freaks, people. Tonight we're in with the freaks. I'm glad we're still online. I'm glad we're still online because this is going to get freaky. And those 7 dragon heads. Okay, just wait. Are you ready? What I need you to do is I need you to remember last time what we were talking about. I need you to remember the wolf people, and I need you to remember everything that's going on with the cult, because it's going to hit you now heavy. What did these 144,000 do with the name tattooed on their forehead? By the way, Christians, let me just say this. If you have not taken of this communion that enters you into death and brings you back to life, you're not a Christian. Sorry. Hey, you got the raw end of the deal. Your Christianity is kind of a fake product of, late Roman antiquity through the Middle Ages, and then this Protestant diarrhea. You know what I mean? There's like historical, mama history just ate the wrong beef or something. Okay, Chewy, if I'm alive at this time, look at me. I got kicked out. I got kicked out of the universe, man. I don't know what happened there. I got bumped out. Bring up that source, Chewy, if you can. Let's see if the people can see. Are we not in? Are we not in? Chewy will edit this out, people, if we aren't there. Here, why don't you tell me when we're back? Are we back? Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens. Bring up that source. I can't believe it's this bad. You're going to have to restart the whole system now, aren't you? Okay, people, it's apparently a break. We're going to restart, and we'll be right back. Look at that. Did we give you time to have a little break? A little breaksy poo. Yeah, there we did. That's fantastic. Yeah, let me know. Hey, if you're out there, Satanic Congregation, give me some love, baby. Say, we love you, Amen, so that I know that you can hear me, baby. Come on, you know you want it. Come on, first person. It's going to make my day. Come on. Are we better be dead. We better be dead here, right? I think we're dead. Are we dead? Are we dead? I don't know. Okay. Is anyone? No, it's not. Hey, Satanic Congregation, if you're live, give us a shout out. Give us a shout out. Yeah, no, we're all messed up. We're going in. Put it up, Chewy, if you can hear it, if you can see him. Give me a shout out. Oh, midnight. Oh, Jesus. Hey, don't watch the language, people. We love you. Okay. Yeah, somebody saying they love me. That's all. It's important right there, baby. Right? We got the love. Thank you very much. That's very nice. Right? I'm not sure how to say your name. Ness Rule. Right? I'm not quite sure about that. That's fantastic. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Who is that? That's Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie. Barry. Love you too, Barry. Love you too, Barry. Thanks for the love, Barry. Look at people. Look. The devil gets more love than Jesus any day of the week. Why? Because he's not lying to you, right? Look at how poor quality, right, that we've got going on here. So no, we are not, right? This is not a game. I love you too, Dan. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. Yeah. What's wrong with that? You know what I mean? What's wrong with spreading a little love? In this time, it's good, right? I know it's sounding a little hippie. If I get too hippie, the devil will get upset. Devil doesn't abide hippies for some reason. Right? First time he's like, don't you start acting like one. I was like, all right, man. Look at me. I'm shaved, bro. Go. Turns out Jehovah's still dead. Right? I need to remind people of that every once in a while. Yes, Jehovah's dead. And by the way, Chewy will edit out that little pause. So let's just go as far as we can. Here is the Apocalypse 14:3. Are you ready? Are you ready? And they sing a new song in the presence of the thronos. Now, people, you read throne in that, and the translations would tell you throne, right? But you all know because you've seen Galen's work preserving Nero's arch-physician, right? And you've seen it, what a throne is. Excellent. For those of you with ears to hear, look what they're doing. Look what they're doing. They're singing the song in the presence of that drug. And what is that bringing them? It's bringing them the four living beings and the elders, right? And nobody can learn this song unless they're one of those 144,000. Why? They are agoras menoi apotes geis. What? They have been purchased from Earth Market. Do you understand? They have been purchased from Earth Market. I told you we are working with the Leistai. These are traffickers in humans. And do you know what you do with humans that you traffic? You give them drugs, man. You give them drugs. The level of the manipulation is gorgeous, right? But notice, as is typical for all of the cult mystery cult that we've been looking at. The music is the leader. Right? The drugs are necessary. The music is the leader. Without that music, you have nothing. You have nothing, and that portal will close. And guess what? Next time they send somebody here to right the wrong with the guitar, they will do it. But it won't be you. It won't be you. Where is Orpheus? Do you see why Medea was like, let this clown write my song? Do you know what's written on that fleece? It's her song. Are you ready? People don't believe me. Oh, God. Right? The cult people. Just keep your eye on the anthropology. Keep your eye on the drugs. Keep your eye on all the physical hard evidence. That's all. Don't come to any conclusions. Just look at it like you're looking at one giant party of maniacs. Here we are. Party 14-4. These are the people who've never been stained, been baptized with the ladies. What do? They follow that song wherever it leads. These are those who have been purchased from the earth market. They are the aparch. They are the prime sacrifice to God, to the fleece. The song is what you need to begin, and the 144,000 will be those who initiate the apocalypse through the lyre. Fantastic. It comes to the music. It comes to the music. I appeal to the priest of Apollo that it is now time to switch your orientation to the bacchic. We need a chorus. We need a chorus of boys who will cut off their nuts and throw them at your house. Do you understand? We need the bacchic chorus. Do you understand? Somewhere out there, somebody is hearing this and understanding it. Someone out there is hearing this and understanding it. You think you understand ancient cult? Listen, tell Timmy, your 10-year-old, that he can take his testicles and cut them off and throw them at your neighbor Melinda's house. And she's got to give him everything he needs to dress himself as a young woman. Are you ready? You're going to have to assume the Phrygian style, baby, because this is the great sexy mother. The great sexy mother. When I say the great mother, people think something very wholesome. And you know, they really shouldn't. Yeah, they should think instead about that 10-year-old Timmy. What happens? Let's just say we change his name to Addis. Don't be tempted, Addis. Timmy, you're going to come across some things in the world. Let mommy show you the beauty. Don't go chasing nymphs. That is the cult of the great mother. And Timmy, you need to make a decision. Should you cut off your testicles and throw them at your neighbor's house? Or are you going to eternally chase some kind of figment and lead yourself some path. Maybe you'll become a monk, Timmy. Maybe you'll torture yourself for the rest of your life. Yeah. All it took was a eunuch for the kingdom of heaven. Do you realize I am more Jesus Christ than the Jesus Christ that you stare at on Sunday morning? Do you understand? You have no comprehension. I am sending you a message from the future. You have no understanding of what you are doing. You know not who you are. It's a message from the priest of Apollo. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Give us some more. We got to see him partying more because people are like, oh, show us. We want to see, right? You want to see the details. Let's go. Oh, let's go into this room. This is a nice house. Let's go into this wealthy, beautiful, luxuriant house of perverts in the Bible and see what they're pulling out of the apocalypse. Let's do it. Is that guy still up there? Is he going to stay up there? He's got some problems, right? But, he can see the light now. He can see the light. Yeah, no, there he is. He's from last week. Goodbye, Jesus. You got giant palms, man. What's the deal with that? Right? He'd be good at certain sports. You know what I mean? And in his mouth, wait, what's this? This is what you're not in his mouth. Pseudos. Everything that's put in Timmy's mouth is genuine. Timmy is blameless. Timmy's blameless. No, it's okay. We don't need to spank him now. Give me the next one. Right? Timmy is blameless, right, people? Again, if you're a Christian, you don't know what this is talking about, you missed the boat. And I saw another sign in Uranus, right? And everybody's like, what? Uranus. What kind of sign? Well, it's big and it's, like incredible, right? What is it? Well, it's 7 angels. And what do they have? They have the plagos, the 7 plagos, eschatos. What? These are special. I hear it sounds like plague. Oh, God. What are these 7 angels? What do they have? They have 7 bowls. Are you people ready? When they start talking like this, we're going to bring out the drugs, right? We're going to bring out the drugs. Okay, the ride is on. Hit it, Chewy. 15-1. And I saw another sign. It was great and amazing. It was these angels, and these got these plagues, right? And these are the plagues. They're the plagues that bring your finishing, your quantum finishing. They're going to quantum finish you. And why am I saying that? Because this is the thumos. This is the passion of God in its completion. Do you understand what we're doing? Okay. I just want you to see that. Now, for those of you with ears to hear, you'll understand. Do you remember when Jesus came out of the water with John, who was the Baptist, known for what Baptists were known to do? And he comes out of the water, and all of a sudden Uranus opens, and that's when he goes into the eremon, into that void. Okay. Now, for those of you who thought fantasy, the biblical, fantasy lens that the theologians will feed you, that's funny. But that eremon is a space. It's a mental space, right? You and I would say it's some kind of psychological state that you put yourself into, something tantamount to really deep meditation or something. You're vision inducing. The mystery is a vision inducing cult. Oh God, ask the devil, man. What did you do? I tell him, devil. I tell him every time, right? And it's not, they don't listen. I don't know why. Ladies and gentlemen, satanic congregation, devil, ladies and gentlemen, right? Let's look at Jesus. My God, man. And I saw, what am I seeing now? I saw something that was like a sea of glass mixed with fire, right? This is a good one. What was in the fiale? What was in that bowl? I think we're going to find out in a minute. Hang on, people. I may have passed around something before that we're just now catching up with. You know what I mean? So don't worry. I know you saw it when you came in. You were thinking it was punch, right? Fantastic. So that's what's going on with the little, little shifts in the quantum reality. And they sang, well, they're singing again. What are these angels with these bowls of drugs singing? They're singing the song of Musaeus or Moses, the slave of God. And what else are they singing? This is line 2, people. You cannot deny this. They are singing the song that is on the fleece. Yeah. Right? It's not the song of the lamb. It's the song that is on the lamb's skin. Yeah, and what are they saying? They're saying, great and wonderful are your works, O Pantocrator. They're using a pagan imprecation of whom? Who do you friggin' think? Logically, people, seriously, logically. Gunk Rats could tell me logically who that is. It's the messenger God. And I tell you, the Unguloi were involved here, bringing us these drugs, causing us these visions, causing us to hear these voices. What are we? We are prophets. Okay? Do you see what's going on? And guess what? Our leader is a guitarist. Not just any guitarist. Best in the cosmos. Yeah. Why? Because that's what it takes to bring back her image. Do you understand? Of Apollo insisted that the spring from which they drank was pure, nothing added. Right? There's nothing growing near that's influencing. This is a pure spring. Right? The nymphs here are pure. They will not drown you. This is the classical well, right? They call it in Libya Amun's well. And watch what happens when you drink from it. Fantastic. Oh, God, I love that. Don't you? Hang on, Chewy. Leave that one up. Isn't that gorgeous, people? Thank you, Chewy, for the gorgeous pictures. Right? Oh, that's so nice. Look, there are things that are symbols that are integrated there. Almost as if you're looking into the Uranus. Yes. Oh, it's lovely. Hit me with the next source. We're getting close to the end. I want you to see the apocalypse through this portal that we're opening. Are you ready? Give it to me. Oh, God. I love that picture, though. Maybe this is good that the internet is at 0.5 Mbps. Right? Can you people believe that? Can you believe I can do this? This is a miracle. This is a satanic miracle that you're witnessing. Right? Right? 0.5. That's all I need. They were like, who wants this special mission? You only got 0.5. 0.5. And the other people were like, you're crazy. You can't do that. Right? Oh, shh. They went and talked to their agents. Right? No, we're going to do it. This is revelation. Nice job, Chewy. Right? We're gonna blow this place and go home. Yeah. And this is Revelation 16 too. And the first of these guys with all these drugs, these onguloi that are bringing us these visions, they poured out the feeling. The first one poured out his feeling, his drug container. He poured it onto the earth. Now, do you remember last time? That Jesus Christ himself is doing this thing of using dirt, essentially, compounding it with a drug in order to give you a medication. This is not unusual. Do you know what they call that? They call it the Metallica pharmaca. It is the pharmaca, the drugs that are of the earth. What is the metallon? That which is taken from the earth. Right? We have Metallica pharmaca. Oh, God. If this magic doesn't get to you, as soon as I just comprehended up to the point of sexiness, right? And then I'm like, okay, I'm good with this. I'm just going to stay in this room. You know what I mean? But there is a side to these sources that a true servant to the muse could wield as great weapons. So yeah, I hope that I'm able to bring just a slight glimpse of that to you. Let's keep trying to. We got a couple of more. We're going to get kind of turn it on and sexiness here in the end. Go, give it to me. Like YouTube sexiness, though, right? Very clinical. Very clinical. What is that fiale? The thing that the angel is carrying around, pouring on your thronos, right? Do you understand? Those with ears know that in the Orphic Vox, thronos is pharmakos, right? It's even the Victorians knew that, right? We pointed that out a long time ago, but for people who are catching up, right, that's part of the lingo. Now, watch. What is the fiale? Well, it's something that's used for unguents. Unguents. For administering medicines. So for those of you who are saying, look, you can't talk about the Bible and drugs. Yeah. You know what? We dug up Nancy Reagan. We put her in the poop pit. And she's sitting there staring at the Grimm brothers face to face right now, telling them to stay in school. Right? Every once in a while, we'll add a little hors d'oeuvre. Right? Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Give me a little sip. Give me a little sip of that venom. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's not how you do it. You got to make an unguent, bro. I got to Christ your eyes. Right? Don't you know how it works? People. Does anybody else know where this is being done in history? This is fantastic. I love it. And look, people, do you remember the charagma? What is that? It's that thing. It's that mark that you've got. It's the mark of the beast. It's the mark of the beast. Now, I'm going to give you the mark of the beast right now because the window is open. And this is our opportunity. Look at this with me, people. Any mark engraved, imprinted, or branded, stamped, money, endorsement. Look at the very first line after A. Do you see the words in Greek? You see a he. And the Christians will say, Christos. No, charagma. And what is that charagma? It is the serpent's mark. It is the bite. And you and I will receive this Thanasimon, and we will be resurrected. And the kingdom will be ours. Do you understand? I'm about to show you what kingdom can be brought. Did you want to see what kingdom can be brought on earth? Oh, God. This stuff is so sexy. Are you? I don't know. I know congregation is ready for this. You know what I mean? I know they are. Give me it. Next one. Oh, God. I wish you could leave. Can you leave that up and just put the thing over it? No. Okay. I'm staring. Revelation 16:6. Right? Remember who we're with, people. We're pouring out the blood of the holy and the prophets, and we are giving it to you to drink because you are worthy. Because you are worthy. Isn't that nice? The blood of the prophets. Did you know that the blood of those, even those initiates, right? Those who have been declared holy. Did you know we can use that blood? Our own right works off of that blood, right? Think of it this way. They're a walking, talking factory. They just need to be bled. Fantastic. Are you surprised that they're pouring out blood for you in the Bible, in these rites? Do you have that mark on your head Do you have it on your head? Have you been bitten by the serpent? Specifically here, it was the echidna. In the text, it was the echidna. Did you know at this time there are temples where the echidnae priestesshood functions at this time? They show up in the Acts, right? Not just your Acts of the Apostles, but those other bozos too, right? Philip and the ones that you say are not canonical, right? We're talking about meat man, right? I know, taking off the skin. I know, it's been a long time. Oh, we didn't have any meat man tonight, did we? I'm sorry, people. We sacrificed meat man. Yeah, shout out. Chewy says shout out if you like meat man. A lot of people wanted me to bring meat man back. There's a lot more story of meat man, man. I mean, he's going for a long time, giving people a hard time taking his skin off. Yeah, no. Who? Meat man or who? Oh, no, the wolves. Yeah. I don't think the combo, Chewy, of meat man and the wolves is a good one. I don't know. We should take a poll on that one. It doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? It sounds like a recipe for somebody getting eaten. I know it does. Give me the next one. I know he's going to end up. By the way, mentioning those wolves, and I heard because they poured that drug, those friggin' angels on my drug. They poured that bowl of drugs onto my drug, and now I can hear voices coming out of the Thusiasterion. What is the Thusiasterion? Oh, it's that thing that Moses erected in the wilderness in order to hear the voice of God. This guy's going through it. And who is he invoking? Pantocrator. He's invoking Hermes again. He's invoking Hermes. Did you bring your staff with a serpent wound around it? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have no, forget about it. You haven't been initiated. Your blood is no good. You know what I mean? It's not you people, right? Yeah. There he is. Oh, Hermes. Look at you. Look at you. Do you know what Hermes always carries around? People say the caduceus, right? But that's not the answer. What Hermes always carries around are drugs. Drugs. He carries drugs. And do you know what he does? He puts you to sleep and wakes you up with them. He puts you to sleep with drugs and he wakes you up with drugs. And he walks around with that wand. And I'm just saying. Okay. When I woke up, I was thinking, maybe I wouldn't talk to the doctor about what had happened because I don't know. I think he went places. You understand what I'm saying? They never tell you that. The problem is they do tell you beforehand that whatever happens, you're not supposed to talk about it, right? Don't talk about it. The next thing you know, you've had something to drink. I don't remember when it was. I feel like now is yesterday and yesterday is tomorrow. I'm really confused, right? And here is this guy with a rod and some more drugs, and they're putting drugs in everything. And I'm having the visions. Oh, God. Singing the song. Just don't stop singing the song, right? Don't worry. We'll get through it. Give it to me. Satanic congregation. I'm telling you. This is a warning for what's coming, right? Give it to me. And I heard, right, those voices, right? No, next one. We need the next one. And the fifth angel poured out his drug bowl, right, on my drug. And which drug? It's the drug theriou. Oh, man. So traditionally, this will be translated as throne, right? The throne of the beast. Do you understand? Right? Remember, what does that beast bear up? It bears up the cup of porneia, right? We have the galen, we have the antidote, and we have the death inducer, right? The revelation is an unveiling that comes to us by the use of drugs. And what does this produce? Get this. This is what it says in Greek. It produces the kingdom of darkness. Do you want to know what can come to earth through this portal that we have opened? The kingdom of darkness. If that isn't the coolest fucking thing ever, nothing is. And everything sucks. So let's do it, right? Let's do it, right, Chewy? Exactly. Look at that kingdom of darkness, man. You know what the people do? They chew their tongue. Do you have her? Where is she? Bring her up. Bring her up. You want to see this, people, through the magic of Chewy's art and a slave AI that we have hidden in the basement that is not existent. Yeah, no. Right. Wait, is that the one? That's not the one that I wanted. That's not the. What? Is there another one? There's another one that looks like maybe the drugs were affecting her. Yep, there she is. There she is. Right? It's like a before and after. Right? So here we are as the priest. When they get to this point, right, you're like, okay, they're turned exactly into the right zone. Take this Menad out, give her to the ladies, and they will teach her how to kill and eat a Christian. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you at all. Right? What do these ladies eat? They eat monists. They eat monists. Why? Because they're vessels for possession. They're vessels for possession. What do we have to do? We got to keep it clean. We got to keep this very much like the Romans do with their vestals. Right? We know that when the oracle gets violated, the voice leaves it. You mean we've trained this girl from the age of 7 to be educated in dance and in song and in astronomy and geometry? We've trained her. She can even wrestle, right? And she's good with a spear too, right? You got to always be good with a spear. You know what I mean? It's the Minerva of Athena. It's the Minerva side of Athena. That's Athena in North Africa, right? It's the virgin with the spear that scares us all. Oh, God, let's go. Okay, give me the next one. Give me the next one. Here, I'm going to finish off with look, I've got the portal open. I'm going to open a little bit more. I can feel it opening. A little bit more tension on it, but it's opening, and I'm sliding through, and I saw from the mouth of the dragon. Remember what's coming from the mouth. Remember the echidna. From the mouth of the dragon, mouth of the beast, the mouth of the false prophet, I see 3 unclean spirits, and they are frogs. Right? What are those frogs? What are those frogs in antiquity? This is lightning. This is lightning. Everybody knows what this is. This is part of the initiation into death. And this is a chorus. And you are here in order to receive the vision. Are you ready? Give it to me. Give it to me. Whew! Isn't it? It gets intense. Remember, people, these are the prophets. I told you, as soon as we start hanging with the prophets, everybody's going to be getting high, right? What's coming out of the mouth of that dragon? One of the 7 messengers having those 7 drug bulls came and spoke with me saying, hey, come here. I'm going to show you the judgment of the great prostitute who sits on the waters. Do you remember where it was that we saw the sitting on the waters? Do you remember where it was in our vision that we saw that one sitting on the waters? Please understand to me. Understand to me. Please understand with the help of these texts what direction these people are going and the image that we are broadcasting to you from the other side. It's a sea of burning glass, and the song that we sing is your end. Give me the last source. Who is it we're singing about? Where's the song going to come from? It's going to come from she who makes drunk the kings of the earth, those who are intoxicated by the wine of her vaginal juice. Are you ready? I told you, you have to come to Aphrodite. It is through her body, through sexy Mother Greek's living body, that we will find the cup. This is the apocalypse, and it will be brought to you by the guitar. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for putting up with our desperate situation. Hail Satan.
Show me love, big bags of blood, purple fingers, sticky touch. Turn it up to mix a lot, I cannot lie, I like big butts. Monte Carlo cruising up, Bellissima, Mamma Dia. In Lady Justice I trust, Vampirella with the leather whip, in a red corset, and stiletto heels. The drug will take him to hell, she likes the darkest dreams. Snake witch, with dragons dancing, rock and roll, the stone romancing. She sent you to the dark harbor to pick up the stash. It's a monster mash. Try some hot purple, you'll have a bash. Why you so serious? I'm the man who laughs. Lady Babylon in a chariot by a seven-headed beast dragon drawn. I love you, Mama Dia. Hail Satan. Turn it up out the speakers, dope tweakers. This track's a banger.